Welcome to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Arael Morocco. The ACIO has a long history of helping humanity from the deep recesses of time. This is the first time the ACIO has become available to the public, aside from an earlier visitation by their 15th Division, the Wingmakers. Peter the Insider, originally from Slovakia, is the director of their 12th Division, and Jessica Arael Morocco is in Cicada 3301, their 6th Division. Together, they provide intel, insights on current events, a deeper perspective on aliens and UFOs, super soldier missions with Unit 374 in the Merge, and news relevant for disclosure. Don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with our latest intel and post any questions and comments below.
Everything's acting weird today.
Yeah,
Nothing is.
I thought it's gonna be weirdy.
Yeah.
So long story short, we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. The situation is, what do you want to get into? That is the question.
Probably he's never had a reading with you before, just do the regular.
Well, but it's just that. What is my? Have I got a mission? Am I on a mission? Am I still doing a mission?
That is actually weird stuff. Because mission is small, relatively small part of operation, and you are part of multiple operations. They started in Cold War era, because we need to, I mean, first things first, how are you familiar with our website? This is a crucial question, and we need to start from here.
Yeah, I know your website. I know the ACIO. And
You've been listening since what, 2016, 2015?
15. Yeah.
So okay, so we it is no problem to talk about the stuff here. The situation is so weird that you was in this very weird base. We can say it. There's no, like a, let's say, not a secret. In Vemork base in Scandinavia, they tested multiple times. They tested people on chemical, biological, and biochemical and biochemical, technological, AI-driven warfare. Problem is, you was, because I don't want to humiliate you, okay, but the stuff is, as they are calling those people, test subject. I can give you test subject if you can see our chat. STF. Yeah, this is your number in there. If you can see it in chat, this is the question. If you can see it, I don't know.
I don't know. Which chat?
Go down to the bottom, right? You see chat on the bottom.
Oh, chat. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So this is your your stuff, like your test subject number. And yes. The stuff is, or the situation is, that it was done in cooperation with the MI6 and the Alphabet Agency. And the situation is, on Vemork base, you was a test subject, and after you pass the tests, they chose you to be a scientist, what is kind of a weird, because I don't quite understand. I mean, give me a second, I need to get it. Okay, first things first, we need to make some sort of clarification. I think if you are hearing and following us for a certain amount of time, that you know what means time traveling program, also called 20 and back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the stuff is like they got what they've got, and it was like exterritorial Project Ibis, and it was in 1950, not 6 but 57, and at the time he was 11 years old because of time shifting, and he was in the very first test phase, like 1 year later after the whole Project Ibis. I mean, not the whole Project Ibis, but the experiments actually started, because as we know, Project Ibis started in experiments, pardon me, in 1956. Am I right, Jessica?
Yep.
Yeah. And you...
Was this USA?
Yes, in US, yes,
Yep.
correct. And the situation is, you said, yay, such a nice, interesting light. We need to open the door to another worlds. And you was talking about Aurora Borealis. You know.
Yeah.
Because you know, Scandinavia, we know what we are talking about.
Yeah.
And those scientists were like, what the heck is he talking about? He's just a child. What the heck? He was 11 years at that time. And you just kind of I don't want to say by accident. I don't buy this story, despite it is written here. Oh, so they said it was by accident because they are were way too proud in order to say that they wasn't able to make calculations. And there are multiple scientists. They've got, all of those huge tubes, tube computer, those kind of long strips of, I don't want to say Morse code, but like which kind of stuff or computers work at that time, and the reels, everything here and there. And
so I thought of it. Did I think of it before they mentioned it?
Yeah, give me a second. This is important. And it was like, this huge thing is so slow. So, and you pointed it at it, like with your pointing finger, and you meant, like, at the time it was supercomputer, like it is, or not, it was as it was, in 50s. And you start to make very complicated math calculations, math formulas, and you just made them and made them and made them, and like after, give me a second, I need to look for it. And after 4 hours, you made some sort of extremely like crucial stuff, like a crucial outcome, and you said, this is it, what you was looking for 4 decades. I am thirsty and hungry. Just give me something to drink and eat. And it was like, what? Because you made it. You literally made the calculation 11 years old once again. And they set it up. I'm just mixing it, like crazy long amounts of notes, written notes, audio, video footages, photos. And they set it up once again according to your calculations. The, let's say, big equipment, very huge amount and very big equipment, and bam, in pretty much opened the portal in very far north, or let's say northern part of Norway. And he was like, because all of those scientists were so stunned, and he was like, what? Did I say or did anything or something wrong? And he was like, oh, no, boyo. But how in the world you get to this knowledge? And it was like, I don't know. Albert told me. And they were like, what? Albert, like Einstein. And it's
Einstein.
like, you never met him. And you said, maybe yes, maybe not. It was like, playing games with them. And they opened the portal.
Was the portal in the sky or in the room?
Yeah. Give me a second, this is important. They open it. Right. And you was in another reality. We feel free to do so. We can talk about it. It was Nazi reality. When Axis won Second World War, he was 20 years older, and he was Nazi officer, army officer, because pretty much they ruled the whole Europe. And you've got some sort of, sorry, what?
Was he a spy?
No, Nazi officer, like literally Nazi officer in UK.
But he wasn't a spy with watching the Nazis too?
No. I mean, technically, call it as you like. You are saying like looking glass scenario? You mean something like it?
No. Was he a spy? Was he there?
No,
like
he wasn't a spy. He was normal, like a Nazi officer, but from UK, pretty much. So not normal like a German, if we want. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I'm just trying to, do you know what I mean? Like, and he wasn't like military-ish, if we wanna call it that way, but he was responsible for scientific research, but not class, like, how can I say it, civilian research, but scientific research for military purposes, if we want to call it that way.
Kind of like a paperclip group?
Yeah.
In the UK?
Paperclip scenario. Exactly, paperclip scenario. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, you get it.
Tavistock?
Tavistock?
Tavistock.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah. I know it. Tavistock. I was like, Tavistock. Now I understand that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Sister organizations in China and Germany.
Yeah.
That's research on experimentation on people, right? And
hey, all the countries are making that kind of crap. I mean, the countries, they aspire on being superpowers. No, I'm just saying as it is. People will hate me for that, but I'm just saying, no, Jessica, it is as it is, if you like it or not.
No. I mean, I understand. I was just trying to sort it out because Ray does seem to have a lot of recall and memories of things, or seems to be aware of a lot.
And the situation is that was good reality. I mean, I don't want to say good, but positive-ish timeline, like
was
Nazi
that
timeline. Please,
Reinhardt reality? Is that Reinhardt was in control? The Nazi one?
Sorry, what?
Was it Reinhardt that was in charge?
Yeah, Reinhardt, yeah, that's correct. So the stuff is, you quickly turned, but I mean, don't want to say you, but pretty much don't want to say call it destiny, who the heck, call it as you like. And it was some sort of apocalyptic-ish scenario, and everything was absolutely dumped, like highly poisoned by irradiated chemical, biological, biochemical, AI-driven warfare and everything, you know, and people lived underground. Jessica, this is crazy. Man, come on a second, Jessica, this is crazy. We talked about the situation with one of our clients we know for years, and you was part of resistance in UK. I don't. Can we say? Let's call him, right?
Sure. Okay.
Eesh. And
But
you was there in
He wasn't in the UK, was he?
No, but I am saying that he gave the encrypted messages to UK too, just by the way. You
What
know
about
what I mean?
Is he connect? Do you
And
see that?
connected to Eric, definitely yes.
Because he knows Eric.
Just by the way, look how big those puzzles are. Oh my god. Those puzzles are crazy. And I'm saying crazy. Jesus.
What year in this reality is this warfare, the AI warfare?
I don't know. I can only guess. Exactly.
Biochemical.
Something is 40s. Another one, it is like early 80s. Then another is like 10s, like 2010s, like 2012, 15. And then another is like, I don't know. And another one is 3,300, 400, 500. Who the heck knows? Yeesh, this is crazy. So we are getting the all team together, Jessica. This is not a coincidence.
And the Axis, this was the Axis against who in this battle?
Not Axis against who? Whole humanity against Zetas. Once we get dumped by Zetas, just by the way.
The Zetas.
Zetas, yep.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Greys?
Yeah.
This is absolutely
I knew something. I knew something about them. That's what I'm saying. I was involved with them some way.
Or had to deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew something in the back of my mind all the time with them. Look, me and you done a show about the Greys, Jess.
Yeah.
This is such a crazy crap, to be honest with you. Such a crazy crap. I don't know what the heck should I think about it. So long story short, and practically this is the same case, the same, I don't want to say story, but same revelation. Like once you was there in that reality, once everything was dumped totally, and you go over once Nazis won Second World War, they were pretty much convinced to test. They tested, okay, if in the first place. They tested successfully atomic bombs, or call them nukes, call them as you like. But after the whole situation went very dicey, you know, very risky, in another scenario, and as you went back, despite the final development in Telemark, just by the way, we know it, they never tested actual nuke. They invented sarin, they never tested sarin, and on and on. You believed at the time that you was able or will be able to prevent, you know, nukes in our reality, and on and on. That somehow didn't work. You know, as we can see. Aye, that's not good. That's not good.
When he opened that portal, did that bring in Greys or did it bring in another group?
No, Greys were already here for a long time.
What came in when he opened that portal? Is that spiral portal that we saw in Scandinavia or in Norway, I think?
Yep. That is
So
I mean, give me a second. Spiral portal, what is periodically appearing in the same place. Yeah.
I thought Obama had something to do with it.
No.
No.
I guess you were involved. Well, maybe Obama was involved later because it keeps opening up periodically. But
Periodically. Yeah.
What's been coming through in that portal since he opened it?
Jessica, wrong question. What is not, or let's say what will be capable of, it can go, everything can go, or
what can't come through
it. Everything, literally everything.
Is it going to Orion?
This is I will tell you something. This is the most, the biggest problem here. Like, because if something is predictable, yes, it is problem, but at least you can predict. But through this crap, everything can go. And I'm saying everything, if you know what I'm trying to say. And that is the main part of the problem. Yikes. That's not good.
Where is it going to in the constellations, like to Orion or to some other location?
And this is even the worst part of problem. Nobody knows what is like actual stuff. Like it is going here, it is going there, because look, spiral portal is all wrong. Like all wrong, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because once it will be standard portal, if we wanna call it normal portal, it's not a big deal. But once it is a spiral portal, it can go anywhere. It can, like, you can possibly imagine.
It's out of control.
Yeah, exactly. It is living, quotes in quotes, its own life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the whole stuff.
Who gave me the knowledge to open it?
Sorry, what?
Einstein, I think, is what he said.
Yes.
He did the calculations to open the portal.
But look, Einstein didn't open the portal. He just, it is absolutely, or let's say it was actually vice versa. He warned scientists all over the world, and he predict in which kind of places all around the planet. Give me a second. They are not portals, but they can be maybe portals. And they made fun from his calculations, that he is some sort of, you know, like a magician and misbeliefs and, you know, those kind of stuff.
They ridiculed him.
Yeah. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. And after the whole situation happened in 1957, you ended up in 1958, so following year, in this crappy, you know, dump, deep underground military base in Arizona. And you said, no, I know, hey guys, I know this is Polygon. And they were like, what? I know what is Polygon. And I know I am not living in real world. You literally told them, like, you are 12 years old, boy, or how in the world do you know that? And you made those drownings. I mean, you made literally like, how can I say it correctly? Blueprints of the whole facility. And it's like, what? And you told them, I know that you know why I am here. And that was crazy for them. You was only 12 years old. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy, man. I'm just saying, you know, so crazy. Yeah. And aha. And you've got your time traveling crystal for traveling, you know, in the time, or let's say through the time. Ah, yeah. That's kind of crazy. This is crazy.
That?
But I will tell you, your crystal was specific in, or let's say from one aspect. You've got only one rare stone. The rarest stone in the world, actually. Black red opal. This is the 12th time rarest than black diamond. Just by the way, you know.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Aha. And that is pretty much the leading crystal, or let's say, you know, for all of the rest of the crystals. The question is, we need to find it out.
How many crystals?
You've got only one crystal.
Yeah, but how many altogether?
Okay. Yeah, we cannot 100% determine how many people were/are, you know, part of Project Ibis. It's kind of hard to say.
Okay.
Oi. So you made some sort of lead? Jessica, this is crazy. 7 dimension. Oh my god. 7 dimension. And operation was jeopardized because B team was jeopardized. And actually, this is kind of interesting because you was in C team, like 3rd team. And you, as was like 3rd team, actually found out in the, like, as a first, that the B team is compromised, like whole B team is compromised in the first place. And you was the very first person who found out, like, yeah, guys, stop, we are compromised. Like, nah, it's worthless to do the mission. Ooh, that's kind of, this is not okay. I mean, okay for our sake, but do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh. Aha. So you need to collect samples from 7 dimension, but Jessica, can be those creatures there? How is it possible though that those I'm calling them creatures? They are maybe not physical, and they were stealing things, making crazy crap in there. I'm talking, how can I call them? They've got many heads. They can have one head and then many heads, and I don't know, like one pair legs and hands, and then I don't know how many crazy amount of pairs of something like it. And they can fly because they have, I mean, that's the problem. They don't have wings, but somehow they start to have wings. How is it possible? Which kind of creatures are like that? What is that?
Are they bad, or are they good or bad?
Good one, because they were they were helping you, but problem is, sorry,
Peter,
what?
It's an angel, a seraphim.
What?
And they got multiple eyes and wings.
Yeah. What? Give me a second. I believed that they don't exist.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And you were so scared from them because it was like, oh my God. And they are like lightning fast, you know, doing stuff because you've got some sort of encrypted communications with them, and they look like people from Project Serpo, like serpents, because they've got like 12 different races on Serpo, and they look kind of acceptable to the people. But then you was talk about like, hey, we've got a problem here, we cannot get those kind of samples and other kind of samples, and they actually told you that you need this I need to read this. You need to be careful because Source of Wisdom is warning you that you've got black sword stabbed in your back, and once the black sword will be put it out, you will bleed out fastly than you will say hi. What does it mean? And just by the way, black sword, it was the code I don't want to say code word, code term for like the operation is, I don't want to say done, but you know, like about the mission we are screwed. And this was like the end term for B team. Like B team screwed the mission, maybe operation, who the heck cares at that time, and it will be replaced with C team. And it was like they want to, the B team, I mean they want to compete with you, I mean not you as you only, but with C team or something like that. It was so weird. But they made few mistakes, and A team immediately realized that they are / were compromised. Problem is, from obvious reasons, they will never say black sword, like never. Okay, they are not idiots. You said black swords to the comms, to the, you know, like communication systems, and that is the reason why, and I will not watch my language, they are so pissed off at you, all the B team. And they are so pissed off, and they want to make your life miserable. Yeah, this is as it is.
And that is that still going on? You say?
Once again, they are. I am not. I never used was. They are pissed off, and they want to make your life miserable. Yeah. And if I'm saying they won't, believe me that they will not just that like easy, like I say, do you know what, just screw it, we don't want to deal with this guy anymore. Believe me, they are like that. They are crazy. Okay. Yeesh. That's not good.
Well, I'm not surprised that they're attacking, but I think they also bring in other people around him to protect him too. Like he had a group of people that.
Yeah, but this is the stuff they like. Play. They like plays, like games, you know, all kind of like that.
Yeah.
They mess with you. So essentially, that's.
And mess, yeah.
Like to push me to the edge.
Yep, literally. This is what they like.
Oh yeah.
If you have questions, we feel free to ask, because we will continue, you know. So just ask me, it's no problem.
Just what sort of protection do I have, or is that stone or that crystal I still have?
Yeah, the stuff is once again the crystal is like as I said, crystal ball and everything, you know. Yeah. Approximately 1 inch in diameter, and you've got only one big stone, black red opal, as I said, very rare one.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is it. And after that, so technically, as you started to be involved in Project Ibis, okay, the whole stuff very quickly start to, how can I say it correctly, you know? You know, long story short, you was forced to start a collaboration, if we wanna call it like that, on Project Surrogate, and they forced you to make a choice. Actually, my problem. Choices, multiple choices, every single day. And you was like, you hesitated all the time. No, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you know, like choices. Yeah. Because you know, you are not, and at the time you wasn't too stupid, like, you know, you are like, yeah, karma is very bad, and on, do you know what I mean? It will hunt me down. And the resolution of final, you know, choices are two projects. I don't want to say projects, are two programs. They can be considered as a sub projects of Project Surrogate. And because they want to force you to make, they forced you to create so many crazy projects, like crazy projects. And it was like, and you was as a scientist there. And this happened, FII, this is like, I don't quite understand, we need to figure this out, because it is huge puzzle, complicated pattern. All of this happened in year 1962. Like and once again, you was 42 years old at the time, because as I said, they shifted. You do know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shifted
in timelines. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I've done 20 and back.
Like the 20 back.
Yeah.
Yes, in 20 and back. Yeah. But this is the whole stuff. I'm like, what the heck is going on with you? You crazy craps? Why in the world you are doing this crap? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Ray was forced by brute force, because they threatened that they will kill his family, and he was tortured both physically and mentally. As a scientist, he was forced, well, I put it, into Project Surrogate, and he needs to make those choices. He wants to avoid any sort of choices with negative / bad, consequences.
So he created those programs out of force.
No. I mean, technically, yes. But he was pretty much only the quote in quotes someone to be blamed. He never wants to, how can I say it, to be part of such a monstrosity. He was like, do you know what I mean? Like those quotes in quotes, wild horses, if you know what I mean, like the big mobsters, the criminals. And it's like, nah, me? I never did anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? For dirty work they get, do you know what I'm trying to say?
Is this who was the one that actually created these programs? Monarch, and is this connected to Tavistock that he was in before?
Yep. Yep.
So what can you define what project is and what project is?
Pretty much the same stuff, but the different with different genetic profiles. We are talking about like genetic profilization of the different type of women with different let's say set of abilities. Let's say it that way. And we are talking about massive, and I'm saying massive, you know, big amount of women. They were impacted, let's say, in a very negative way, of course. Of course, in a very negative way.
And what were they trying to gain?
But sorry, go ahead.
What were they trying to gain out of this?
You know, data for their sick, wicked-minded, what the heck, you know, scientific, also called scientific, also called greater good, what so forth, you know. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, for us who are consider being like normal people, also called it piece of crap. But you know, for them, none of them, they are okay. And we know it that they are not okay.
But it wasn't just women that were involved. Men were involved too.
Oh, no. Yes, men are involved too, or where. But different, the men, the different men, the different program, the names of the programs.
Well, the reason why I said that is because this is probably Zetas working with Monarch, and
not probably. No, not probably. Definitely yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I saw Zetas doing some kind of experiment with me and Michael Jackson. That's why I said men as well.
Yes, but if we should talk about like this, if you know what I'm trying to say, it will be a whole different kind of story. If you know what I mean.
So you're saying it's another program in addition to this one?
Yeah. Definitely is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knowing the Zetas, they probably jumbled it together, though. Anyhow, I mean,
yeah. But
once again, if we should
talk about, but once again, if we should talk about, or if we are talking about only exclusively this and that, you mean? There were like women in the first place, and there will be men in the first place, and there are different, if you know what, do you know what I'm trying to say, different kind of programs. I'm just trying to say.
So a lot of this is around the Zetas. I mean, the massive war that happened.
Not many. All of this is around Zetas.
All of this is about what they did to humanity, it sounds like.
You know, I will say something what maybe people don't like, but many of that is because humanity led them to. Because you will be like, nah, humanity, I mean, elites doesn't represent the whole humanity. I will tell you. Zetas were not so stupid. And they made tests, widespread tests on humanity. And humanity is simply blindfolded. They don't believe that any ETs exist, and on and on. and they are saying like, nah, we are alone in the universe, in the, in galaxy, in the universe. I will tell you something. We are way, I don't want to say we, like three of us right here right now, but we as a mankind, we are way too proud in the first place and way too ignorant in the second place, and that is the reason. Okay, we let them to.
Well, those that are in power, they're in power though, Peter, and they manipulate the media. The whole media stuff is nothing but a playground for the Zetas. They love it because then they can control everything through the media. They can control everything through the governments.
I will tell you something, Jessica. If you are normal, I don't want to say you are, but I'm saying you've got critical thinking. You got critical thinking, and you is like, hey, screw the media, screw the government. You will be like, okay, I will do this, that for normal living, but I've got my own opinion, and those people, they don't, because they've got their own quotes in quotes safe haven, and I will say them, okay, screw the safe haven. I want to
I hate the media. I hate it. I don't watch the news. I can't stand it. I don't. Governments or anything, a sort of authority, I can't abide them. I can't abide them at all.
I don't know how many years I never saw, for example, standard like TV, like primetime TV news. I don't know how many years. It is. I don't want to say 10 years. I don't know. Crazy amount of years. Like maybe 20 years or what the heck.
Yeah.
40 years in this country. It's crazy.
I believe you. I believe you, Ray. So this is it. Long story short, you was put it there in order to be blamed. I will tell you something. You can be completely fine because you never did anything wrong. You was like forced by them to make, like, you've got, bad, wrong, and like worst non plus ultra. You know what I mean? Like, and there was never any, let's also say neutral decision, like zero, and not positive decision. So you can be completely fine. You can be completely fine. You never, if we can say it like a crime, you never committed anything bad. Nope. You can be completely fine. But once again, I'm so happy that we are getting like client per client, and we are getting bigger picture. Am I right, Jessica? Missing pieces in bigger picture. This is such good stuff for us.
Good.
Yeah, Ray, were you gonna say something?
If you want to ask, go ahead.
I just, apart from Zetas, is there any other organization I've been in or?
Once again, Monarch is doing what they are doing, but I'm absolutely not surprised.
No,
but what is really dark? Sorry, go ahead.
Umbrella, nothing to do with Umbrella.
Yeah, this is, or let's say that is the whole different part of story that Umbrella, they were testing. They kind of.
That's Shore House.
Give me a second. We will get. We shouldn't just jump from like like here and there. This is not. How should we work? Umbrella were testing the multiple of their biological warfare massively over homeless people in US, and it was like because you wasn't commission, okay, in this case scenario, but you was like which kind of, how can I say it, like mass hysteria, you know, will it, you know, cause and everything? And he was like, what do you believe that it will cause? Of course, hell yes, mass hysteria. And you said like, nah, I am a scientist, but I will not sign it. I will not approve it. And then one sunny day, you know, he was in a cafe, you know, and then three people in black suits just seated all over the place at your table and said like, Mr. Reginald, that was your name at you know, in this scenario.
Really?
You should maybe consider to help us in the project. And he was like looking at them, almost like staring, you know. You know which kind of project we are talking about, because life. Yeah, and no Umbrella Academy, Umbrella Corporation, Jessica, please hear me.
Called him Reginald. Isn't that the name of the guy?
No, no, definitely not connected. Definitely not connected to that.
My grandmother.
Reginald is a surname, okay? Surname.
Yeah, but my grandmother.
Come on a second. This is important. And they said to you, because you know, life is complicated and shit can happen, and you immediately realize that it was a threat, you know.
Yeah.
And next day you signed it up, and in next day the routine, because you was like, okay, what the heck will happen? You made this routine on purpose. Give me a second. On purpose. The same guys, they were smiling. Ah, you are a smart guy and you will be well paid. This is how shit happened, how shit, you know, life works. This is such a crap.
What were you going to say, Ray?
My grandmother used to call me Reginald by mistake, Raymond, and my twin brother Gerald, and she'd say Reginald between both of us. We'd get mixed up. Just saying, funny how she used to say that.
Raymond Reginald, that was your surname, Raymond Reginald, and this is such a crazy crap. And actually, at this scenario, in early 60s,
yeah,
you started to be well paid, and they, I mean, quotes in quotes, the corporation, they gave you, I know, almost like, I don't want to say big house, but almost like a villa, you know, something like it, luxury cars and on, and of course,
I wonder if we can make that here.
And the police, I mean, the you know, neighbors reported it to the police, and the police just, you know, went there, and you asked them if they have warranty, and they said they don't need to, and you said like, sorry, but I've got the badge number. Like, which kind of badge number? You go there, you went there, and you told them that you are working at DOD for special projects. Yeah. They never came back. Police, they never came back.
That's the Department of Defense.
Yep, DOD.
Yeah.
They never came back. The police never came back. This is crazy.
So Peter, is it possible that the Umbrella Corporation created a Reginald based off of Ray for the umbrella.
It is not. It is not possible. I am 100% sure that this is the case.
So he is
100%.
prototype. That was the prototype of Ray. Is the Umbrella Academy.
Yep.
So then who was the because he's an android, right?
This is kind of problem for me because you are definitely not an android, if you know what I mean.
No, the one over the Umbrella Academy.
I know.
But there was a prototype. They used him as a prototype. Like,
yes.
So then they had that woman that looked like me. Did they do the same thing with me then? She was probably an android too.
I will tell you something. It might be the case. I don't want to say it is the case.
Right.
I will say it might be the case. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Right.
What a mess, huh?
Yeah.
And then, so you got Umbrella, Monarch, Zetas, Nazi.
Yeah.
And what else, Peter? Was there? Oh, Shaw House, because he lives in the UK.
Yeah. Actually, Heather and Janet. Heather and Janet constantly want to make some sort of deal with you, and you simply don't want to have anything in common with them. So
I think Heather asked me years ago to meet her at at Holborn Station in London. Is that true?
Yeah, it is, but still though.
Yeah.
Holborn Station?
I told you that, Jess, about 5 years ago. Yeah, Holborn Station.
And what did she want to do to him?
No, she's just wanted to meet me, and I said, no.
Yeah, because she wanted to do what?
She wants to trap me. Yeah.
She was threatening you.
Trap me.
Trap you, yep. Peter, what did she wanted to do with Ray? Heather.
Heather wants to make agreement, of course, from her point of view, agreement about your son, you know. Because she wants your son's DNA for you know what.
You don't have a biological son, right?
No.
But from son, DNA from son from another reality, that is important.
Yeah.
To say. Jeez. Oh my God. She's pain in the ass. She's pain in the ass.
She might know him from another reality. Which one do you think that is?
That's a reality. But the good one, if you want to call it that way.
Is she a spy in there, or who is she working for there?
Nah, not the spy. Why? She's not a spy. She's working for a Nazi party, like in UK. She's politician. Let's
She's a politician. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not surprised.
What about Janet? Is she also there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's her role in the Nazi reality in the UK?
Oh, she's politician too. Yeah. They are like that, you know. As they are.
I could see Taylor Swift running for office. That she has.
Please don't tell me. Oh my God.
I could see she would do that. I mean, she has so many people.
Don't tell me something like that.
I know, it'd be horrible. What a nightmare. I think they'd be executing men. That'd be horrible.
Yeah. Don't even try to tell me, because that will.
I don't want to think about it. I know. It's like a bad thought.
Okay. This is crazy. What else is crazy, Peter?
So when Peter mentions that Shaw House, particularly Heather and Janet Shaw, were involved with this alt-axis reality, that I had a full vision, a full recall of observing the Shaw House, spending time with Hitler and mind controlling him to do some of the the horrible things that were done. I mean, it was their influence. It was a form of MK Ultra, if you want to call it that. I don't know. Maybe it was another program of mind manipulation, but I did see that, and this further confirms it to me. I talked about this maybe 5 years ago, that I had a full vision of it and observed it happening, and people had a hard time believing it. But as you see that they're connected through other context of existences, then it starts to make sense. And the last part is I've talked many times about the Arbonne, also a type of ET. They too were involved with capturing and manufacturing these genocidal type of leaders, and having them, you know, follow through with some kind of traumatizing major events through mass population. And I was trapped by them. I got freed. And then there were others also, and I will name the big names. Napoleon was there. Alexander the Great was there. Hitler was there. And Genghis Khan, probably some from the Ottoman Empire. I mean, it just, the list goes on. So, you know, everyone focuses just on Hitler. They all had a similar type of program. And this was a manufactured event by an ET race called the Arbonne, in addition to maybe, or in a collaboration with the Shah House, who were very interested in becoming very powerful and world domination. So world domination is also the key in it, and these interventions from not necessarily just off-world, not inner Earth interventions, but also humans that somehow acquire artifacts and power, manipulating the world according to how they want it to be. So that's just a little side note.
So if you have any sort of questions, just ask, because we've got tons of stuff to.
I went round London. I went to certain places in London, and
yeah,
I tried to shut them down with my presence.
How?
Just my presence being there and saying, "I like to shut this down and bring back good vibrations and take out the bad vibrations." In certain places around London, I went to the ice skating ring in Queensway, London. I've done that. I've done Holborn Station, London Bridge, the Oval, cricket ground in London. Certain places just went round. I just want to know if that is true. I know I don't.
No, that's true. Actually, they really exist.
I was asked to do it. Was I asked to do that?
Yeah. So this was us, just by the way. This was us. Yeah, you know.
What about that big portal in London that opened up? Remember, that made everything, like the city, much bigger?
Yeah.
Is that still a problem there, Peter?
Don't know, to be honest with you.
Because it was like a portal. It sort of.
Give me a second. Like this portal, yeah, it is a really big problem, believe me.
Because it was bringing in all sorts of people, and you said the city actually got larger, like in a weird way.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's a polygon that they put in there. I don't know what.
That's the problem, as you said, polygon.
And who's running that polygon?
Themselves. Show house.
Show house.
I'm not kidding you.
They run London, don't they? Really?
Yep. As you said.
London got really dangerous, right? Didn't it start getting really dangerous? I heard that a lot of,
Why do you mean dangerous? Why do you mean dangerous?
People are attacking people with knives and stuff like that. It was, I don't know. I was seeing it. I don't live there, so I don't know.
It's something like that. You get a lot of lot of children with knives and kids and fighting, stabbing for no reason, basically, you know. I don't know if they're clones or what they are. They're just basically they're just doing violent stuff for no apparent reason. You know, picking on someone for no reason at all. Not because
you mean like not being provoked and everything. You mean?
No, that's right. They're just someone standing in a McDonald's and someone pulled a knife out and stabbed him in the back. You know
What?
What for? Yeah, that's right. You know.
This is not good.
No, these people are not good. I don't think they're people.
Yeah, what are they, Peter? What is that violent thing that's happening there? Are they a bleed through, or are they Zetas?
They are a bleed through, believe me. They are.
They're bleed through from where?
I don't know. What I can give me a second. They are bleed through from 6th dimension or like even dimension. That's the reason. Like, oh my god, that's not okay.
What are they, like, taking over these bodies, or are they literally coming in full bodies?
Yeah. That's
Both?
it as it is. Yeah.
Coming in as kids?
Yeah.
Kids aren't punished as much in those type of crimes because they're underage, right? They're juveniles.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And is that Shaw House doing that, or is that just some kind of anomaly from our world just being messed up?
I think that this is the, how can I say it? That this is the second choice, if you want to call it that way.
That everything's messed up, but also there was that B team that was screwing around in 7th dimension.
Yeah.
And they're from the 6th dimension, right? You said something like that?
Yeah. This is exactly as you said. I don't know. This is such a crap.
In all the places that you talked about in his different ages and everything, is he always named Raymond or Reginald?
Yeah.
It's always the same name.
Yeah.
What is his son's name in that other reality that Heather Shaw was interested in?
David. I got it. It's David.
David what?
Give me a second. David McRae. I think I should write it.
McRae.
Yeah.
Correct.
Or McRae.
Yeah, that's it. Finally, I got it.
McRae.
McRae.
Yeah.
Make that up, could you look? McRae.
What? Why are you laughing?
Ray, McRae.
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? And that's supposed to be you said is that supposed to be my son?
Yeah.
In the Nazi reality.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a Nazi name.
No. And I don't know, is that a British name, or is that
once again?
It's
the in Nazi reality, but born and existing and on having life in UK, you know.
Yeah, but with the Nazi one. Yeah. So that's all different. Mac, being Scottish, and Ray being sort of
as you said,
sort of like Welsh, and they're all mixed up, sort of thing. Yeah, in the Nazi world. Okay.
So who was his wife?
Why are you laughing, Jessica?
I don't know.
Why are you laughing? No, why are you laughing? The question is why.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it's bizarre. So who is his wife? It wasn't.
But why are you asking about this and about that?
He wasn't married to Janet or Heather or anything like that, right?
No, please. No.
Thank God.
No.
Thank God for that.
What? Well, just tell me.
So, do you know who his wife was?
Yeah.
No, it is not written here. This is not written here, like for real.
He's saying that he's English. He says, but the name is Welsh and Scottish, so it's like someone from, the other regions.
I know. I am not denying it.
He was not married to that Tabitha, was he? Because I heard the name Tabitha.
Nope. No.
What is she doing here? She was one of the witches.
Ooh.
Aye.
She just showed it. She's showing up or something. They following us, Peter?
No, I am not. Once again, it is not many people. Stuff is not written here. It's nothing here.
No, I'm saying is Tabitha, one of the witches, are they following us from the Maiden's War?
No, why?
Because Tabitha just showed up.
Is she?
If you are saying, then yes, but I am not saying yes or no. Once again, I am not. I cannot see here. It's for you, not for me, okay?
It's in our conversation. She's watching our conversation. She said that she was his wife, Tabitha.
If you say so why I am asking me?
Because she's one of the witches. I don't know.
If you say why you are asking me, I don't know.
I'm not saying because I don't, because she could be lying to me, which I think she is.
No, Ray doesn't have at the time any Slavic wife, okay? Period.
Well, then she's saying that for some reason. Maybe just to insert herself there. I don't know.
She's covering something else.
Once again, that's it.
They're following us, the witches.
She's covering something else.
Yep. I know it. Don't tell me. I know it.
They're causing a lot of weird crap to happen. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They cause a lot of weird crap around me, I know. But never mind. I can cope with them.
You had some health issues too, Ray, right? Some health issues over the years, past 5-6 years. So who did that to him, Peter? Someone was he shot?
Sure.
Scalar weapons. Scalar weapon, my bad. Scalar weapon. He was hit Ray by scalar weapon 4 times. It started in 2017. And it happened, my bad, and it stopped in 2019, and it was scalar hit by Monarch. Yeah.
By Monarch?
Yeah.
And why? Because he wasn't complying with something?
Yes. I mean, look, they're typical shit, and I will not watch my language. They're typical crap. We know it. Hey, we know it, Jessica.
When I went to, I don't know what their presence is or where their facility is, but when I went to Europe, I was in bed and they hit me so hard in the stomach that my body lifted up out of the bed.
I will 100% believe you. I believe you.
Where's their facility in Europe?
In Netherlands.
It's in the Netherlands.
In Rotterdam.
Oh.
Just by the way, you know.
And so they hit him from Rotterdam?
Yeah. I mean, for them, not a single sign of problem. It's not so far away. I mean, for scalar weapon hit, no, it's no problem. They can hit you like on North Africa. for such a, for such a stuff.
Yeah.
To UK, absolutely zero sign of problem. Like, believe me, like, no problem. Believe me. Is it as it is,
That's a polygon underneath Rotterdam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Is there any other people there? I mean, like numbers group, any other group been involved?
Yes, I need to ask you directly what you did with Murkov. And you need to be very fair to us, because Murkov is saying like, how, what? Oh my God. So he gave you a substances, Murkov gave you a substances, and you was helping him, like, technically you didn't get it, like it was you was doing something bad, and you was helping him like a scientist. Oh my God. But he gave you substances multiple times.
So he drugged him and then got
manipulated. No, Jessica, don't use this word, please.
We can use that word.
We can use it?
Yeah. So they drugged him and then they had manipulated him to work for Murkoff?
Yeah, exactly. For years.
Because I was a scientist.
Yes, but once again, you didn't knew what you were. I mean, you knew, but once again, you was manipulated. So
yeah, out of control. Yeah.
Yes, or let's say under his control.
Under influence. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Eesh, that's bad. That's not okay. That's not okay. Yeah. That's no.
Peter.
And you was doing such a crazy stuff to those children. Oh my God.
That's why I want to stop it now. I just feel it in my self that I hate it so much. I just got to stop it, and I'll do anything to stop it.
Okay, so you know that something happened. Let's call it that way, right?
Well, yeah, I know it's happening, but I don't know if I was involved. Obviously, I wasn't. But I mean, I don't know. But I just.
But
know
once again, it is not quotes in quotes counting to the karma, if you know what I mean. Once you was drugged and you know, it is not as it is,
No, that's why I'm probably so aware of it.
Yeah. It is their usual modus operandi, like they are up to, how can I say it, to blame people for their crimes and monstrosities, what they did to people and other people, let's say masses of the people, and there's like, nah, we or me, no, we never did something, it's their usual crap, what they are doing. Yeah.
Blame someone else always.
Yeah, exactly as you said.
Peter, I'm seeing Tabitha. She's got an axe in her hand, and she's up by this fence that has the the wires all along the top, like some kind of security place. And she's hacking. She's hitting this what do you call it? The just trying to break open the door. What? She's going crazy. She's screaming. It's like some kind of facility. I could see a sign, but I can't read it. It has red around the edges, and there's writing on it. And I saw it keep out, and she's trying to get in there. She's like wild, like a wild woman, with like an axe.
Why I am not surprised. This is the question.
Do you have any idea what is this? What's going on?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I am not surprised.
Angry. She's angry at our conversation right now. I don't know
I will
why.
tell you. She's angry because technically we are talking about real deal stuff, and that's the reason why, or let's say, this is the stuff what they hated the most, you know.
She said she wants to punish us for this. I don't know what that means.
I will tell you something. Once we are talking about stuff, what really happened, what is the real deal, if you want to call it like that, okay? What the heck? What the heck? We are not saying the crap, if you know what I'm trying to say. We are not.
Something triggered her. I don't know what, but unless it's one of her projects that we're talking about.
I will tell you something. They are like that. They are. They enjoy, you know, those kind of weird stuff. It is like really weird. I am absolutely, or let's say, I will be absolutely not surprised if they will do a crap. I mean it for real. You know.
Peter, she said, I mean, I don't know if I should. She said she wants to break down the fence around your house.
Okay, Jessica, we will talk about this, or we will talk about Ray's files.
Okay. All right, I'm just letting you know what she said, and I don't. Maybe she's connected to Safia. I don't know.
Hey, she's always connected to anyone because she's Tabitha, okay? God. I think she's as she is, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen her before, you know, so this is the first time. I heard her name before, but that's about it.
So, long story short, this is as it is, man. So, the situation is, what do you want to do after the situation? If you know what I'm trying to say. Because you were so heavily involved, and now Murkov, as not only as a corporation, but himself, wants to get rid of you. Ish, that's not good position to be in.
Well, like the evidence he wants to get rid of, sort of thing.
Yes, and you pretty much are the evidence. You as you know, all of your memories and everything. And if you said that you got recalls, and I'm saying a lot of recalls, that's not good. That's not good.
Okay. Well, it's just the way it is.
No, I understand you, but I'm just trying to say, you maybe probably shouldn't, you know, write a book or something like it.
He should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't, definitely not.
That's the last thing I probably do, write a book. But well, it doesn't matter. That's the way it is at the moment. So things, I've got other people protecting me. I've got protection as well.
I'm just trying to say, you know.
I know. Yeah, good. That's it. So
no, this is not some sort of threat from you know, my side. I'm just trying to say what is written here, and you need to be cautious because they are getting crazy, you know, and they've got much bigger problems, you know, than you in their you know, in their situations, in their occasions, you know. And it's like, what the heck is wrong? Why is this everything so complicated in your case, you know? It's kind of.
How are they targeting him? Can you give us an idea of what they're doing?
Question is what they are not doing. Everything. They are mapping your life, and I'm saying everything in your life. Jesus, that's not good.
Yeah, well,
they are pretty much, if we can say it that way, that they are pretty much like stalking you or something like that.
but they are making it in really small, in really smart way, that pretty much like no one can recognize it, if you know what I'm trying to say. You know, this is the main problem right here, right now. You know.
Apart from talking to you and Jessica, I don't really talk to anybody about anything. So, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're stalking all of us, to be honest with you, from what I just saw.
Yeah.
Hey, I am stalked, like I am being stalked for like, I don't know, you know, crazy amount of time, so I get used to it.
Yeah. That's what it is. I mean, that's because we're just even talking privately with people, it's like they can hear it. They know that you know certain things, that you're talking about things that are related to them, and they get outraged, you know, or like, how dare you, you know, talk about us.
Yeah,
like,
this is their typical modus operandi, as you said. Yeah.
So is that the last of the group? There's no other groups? Nothing else there, Peter?
Sorry, what?
There's no other groups involved. Have I been involved with?
Any other groups?
Hey, give me a second. Do you believe that this is not? Do you believe that this is not enough? And I'm saying for real, not enough. This is way too.
I think he's
way
just
too
making
many.
sure. He's just making sure that there isn't anything else that he should know.
Because we can talk for hours, and I'm saying hours, but we need to make some sort of analyze, because pretty much how you was teleported, and this, because this is important, you wasn't moved, like transported to US. You was teleported, and that's not good.
What? As a child?
Yeah. It is definitely not good. It is very.
As a child.
Yes, but once again, this is very bad. Not
So,
good.
because what is the problem with being teleported, Peter?
They did it on purpose because they tested already nanotech in 60s. If nanotech will survive, quotes in quotes, survive teleportation, you know.
So they wasn't sure if it's going to work out.
Yeah, and it worked out, as we say, yeah.
Yeah, but they wasn't 100% sure if it's going to work.
Yeah.
So they tested on
you. You wasn't, let's say, the main point, the epicenter of the interest. The epicenter of interest was, the center of interest was if the nanotech will survive teleportation.
And that's to go to where? In America?
And the stuff is, you ended up in Murkoff lab in 60s. It was mid 60s, just by the way. We need to take it like that. I will tell you something, not mid 60s, my bad. 1964, in order to be more precise. Yeah. 1960. And you was 44 years old at the time. Once again, via time shift, time change, you know.
Yeah, 20 back, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, 20 and back, yes. As you said.
So he went to Canada then. Is the Murkoff lab in Canada, not US?
No. In on very north part of US, not in Canada.
Like the Great Lakes area?
In Great Lakes area, it is Monarch dump, you know, and in the northern part, you've got the Murkoff stuff. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah,
that's close to Jimmy. You know, Jimmy from Detroit.
I know.
Because he knows him as well. He knows Jimmy as well.
interesting.
Is that how did they meet? Jimmy, Eric?
Yeah. They met in one facility. Yeah.
Was that the Norway one?
Sorry, what?
In Norway?
No,
No,
in
one
US. In US.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah.
the Murkoff. Yeah, the Murkoff facility.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, see? It's all coming together, isn't it?
And then I probably met them there too. I was probably there as well.
Yeah.
And Rolf. Rolf as well.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Rolf.
He's not here right now, but I'm just saying that he's probably.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so Rolf was there. See, so it's all coming. That's why you got connections with other people. It's all something linking up.
Yeah, people that
said.
Years ago, people would be familiar with everyone that just lives near them, but the internet, we're finding people that are in all different places that you knew from these facilities and so.
I've got a twin brother. Has my twin brother got anything to do with this?
Sorry, who?
I got a twin
brother.
Yes, but the question is why? Because how you mentioned, because you know, or at least I think
I thought he knows. I thought he knows nothing about. He doesn't know nothing about this. He doesn't. He's not involved in anything like this.
That's kind of interesting because he knows. I mean, he knows. So sorry, he was involved, but he seems that he don't know anything about the whole situation.
No, he doesn't believe it. He doesn't. If I say anything, he thinks I'm mad. He doesn't believe anything like that.
I think that your theory was good theory. I mean, like the media, like, you know, none of this is real. Everything is just a piece of crap. You know, because this is the stuff, and we will get slightly off topic if we are talking about, or if we should talk about your stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, files.
We don't have to talk about that. We know anyway.
Look at that. It is like what is real and what is not real in the first place, and what is normal and what is not normal in the second place. Who defines what is normal? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Who defines it?
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's hard to say what is normal and what is not normal. You know.
At the end of this day, there's a bigger picture going on here with all us meeting up and doing something. There's
you nailed it 100%.
There's a bigger picture going on. So that's why all these Murkoff and all these people are getting worried, because there's something else is going to come down quite hard. And they know.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
That's why they're desperate.
But look, the question is, and this is not only question to you, to Jessica, once the full disclosure will start, like 100%, I think those people will be done. You know, because they will be not able to mentally digest the whole truth, if you do know what I mean. Yeah. Because they, you know, I'm just saying, they will be done mentally. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Jessica, right now?
Which ones? The ones that were involved?
People, common people. They will be, because the mainstream media are teaching them what is, I don't want to say what is, what should be and what should not be considered as a normal or not normal. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It's called programming. They've been programmed. It's simple.
No. It is actually true. It is
programmed, injected. They've been injected to think what they want them to think and all this other stuff. Yeah.
They won't think out the box, and they can't think out the box. And they don't want to think out the box.
No, you are right. You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
But they're not interested. My life is great. I love it, and that's what they think. There's no more to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is exactly as you said. But so many people, they are like, nah, this is crap. I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well,
it's such a crap. It's such a crap.
I don't know what else is there. Have I done anything off-world?
Yes. Can you remember being on Mars? Because this is kind of important part of your...
I feel like I can. I feel like... Can you breathe on Mars?
You've been on base Area 58 on Mars, just,
Yeah, well, wouldn't surprise me.
No, I'm just asking if you can remember that.
No, as you say, I can feel it. I can feel that. Yeah, but I can't remember it.
Because technically you was there as a part of as a scientist as a scientist who is a member of elite scientist team. They were like the goal was like, okay,
what team was that?
We need to figure out the better environment, the better condition for people, how people should live and can live in long-term period, on Mars. That was pretty much your main goal there, you know.
How long they can stay there without
yes. Yeah.
They're on their own sort of lights, without anybody dropping off stuff, and they can be self-sufficient, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of things.
And what were they working on anything in Mars? Or is there some projects that he was
Once
involved?
again, a civilian project, like for helping people to have better conditions for long-term living on Mars. That's it.
Was he working with Musk at all?
No. Why you are asking?
Because he's got his big Mars project. That's what he.
Yeah, I'm not denying it. Yeah, I'm not denying it.
Well, I was just asking if he was there when this was going on.
No, not with Musk. Definitely not. No.
Who was over it then? Who was over this project?
Yeah.
It is military project. I mean,
U.S. military or UK?
Give me a second. Like civilian and military, but technically the problem is military, they want to get some sort of, let's say, project for soldiers, because what they believe, don't ask me why, I don't know why, once soldiers, they, I don't want to say they are enhanced humans, but they are better trained humans, then they can, if they will be able to survive on Mars in the first place, then civilians, they start to build, I don't know, like big cities and all over the place, if you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So I'm just saying,
It's interesting stuff.
Yeah, because technically this is it. You've been in both projects, civilian first, and then military second, because they were like, let's call them sister projects. And civilian was a project from UK, and the military was from US, just by the way. Okay, but they were like sister projects, you know.
Yeah, all under one hat sort of thing.
Yeah, it is as it is, or let's say it was as it was, you know. That's it.
Okay.
So if you want to ask, just go ahead and ask. We don't have any. We got what, like 20 minutes of time, so no problem. Just guess, no problem.
So I don't know if there's anything with any other connection with any sort of ET.
ET, you are saying?
A benevolent side?
Yes, you worked for, or let's say you cooperate with Aragods. It is one of the race in Council of 5. Yeah, that's true.
What ones?
Aragods. Yeah.
Ariel. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know. Look a bit like Grace. It's in the Council of 5.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, they are as they are.
Right.
Yeah.
They are funny too, at least from my point of view, you know.
Nothing. I had nothing to do. Nothing with Emurthas.
No, why?
I'm just feeling I had. Gary knows me. I don't know.
Yeah, Gary. Gary knows all my friends.
Technically, Gary was working with you, but it was on another planet. It was on Jupiter, just by the way.
No,
it was on Jupiter.
So what Ray was talking about is that we had been talking to Gary for quite some time now. And back in around 2016, 2017, one of the things that he said, which off planet, was that Jupiter didn't have chocolate. So everyone got upset that, well, why is it that Jupiter doesn't have chocolate? And then there was a sort of a running joke that they were going to try to arrange it. And there was one individual in particular by the name of Devin, and he insisted that there had to be something that you can do. So I said, why don't we submit that you have an interest in talking to the councils or to the Council of 5 regarding that there should be chocolate on Jupiter. And he thought it was a joke, and it was, it was kind of fun. And then we find out a bit later that I literally saw Devin there, and he had this huge book, it was some kind of document, and he had to sign signatures on all those pages. It was just huge. Maybe it wasn't a book, or it was like, just a whole bunch of, red tape. It was a huge amount of red tape. And he made this submission to do that. And I don't know. It was just, that is Gary's sense of humor. I'm glad that we had that relationship with him the whole way, even before we really got to know Peter. We got to know Gary. So if anyone wants to take a look at some of our past history in the Andronetalks transmissions that we did on Wolf Spirit Radio, and even after we did quite a few shows, but not as many on our podcast. So getting back to the conversation. Oh, and before I finish, I just wanted to note that not only the topic of chocolate came up with us earlier, but then when we found out through Peter that chocolate is really essential and extremely important for us, especially in dealing with nanotech. So it went from Gary having that discussion to Peter, which totally makes sense. And today, that is one of Peter's basic remedies, like the mint tea, to help deal with some of the problems that we're facing through TIRAP and some of the corporations.
Yeah, I had a feeling I sort of know him. I've done something with him. Yeah.
Yeah, it is as it is.
He communicates with us every now and then. Yeah.
I know.
We like Gary.
Gary's crazy sometimes. Doing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. It's good. It's
Oh,
good.
Gary is good, but I'm just trying to say.
Yeah. No. Well, that's well. It's not all bad news, was it? Wasn't a mass murderer.
No, definitely not. Why are you laughing, Jessica?
Well, some people, you don't know what to expect where you're going to go for these things. You never know who he was, what you were. You know, you just
We
don't
have a
know.
woman. We have a woman from the UK, and there was someone that we think was the Ripper was going through her house.
Yeah, that was Jack the Ripper. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still like researching that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not human.
Still, though, it's absolutely crazy, isn't it, Jessica?
Yeah, actually, we figured out that Murkoff too was going through her house as well, right?
Yeah, that was correct.
Yeah, so England, but it was connected. She lives in both UK and the US.
Yeah.
2 houses.
Right. I think
as you said, Jessica.
Yep.
Situation never knows. Everything is so weird. You never knows.
Right. So I got to keep an eye out for them and keep myself well behaved.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What? Just tell me.
No, I just got to be me, and that's it. I can't change it.
Maya helped out for Ray to be able to do a session. Is there a connection between Maya and Ray at all?
Yeah. Maya is from in another reality, Ray's sister-in-law, just by the way. Just by the way, you know.
What is sister-in-law? Who's the boy?
You don't know what is brother-in-law, sister-in-law? You don't know what is it?
No. My sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in another reality, this
yeah,
is
I know. What I mean, I know that. I don't know. Claudia.
Claudia, Maya, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm
just saying this is important for us because, you know, here and there we are doing this stuff, and this is, let's say, helping us out to make, to fill in gaps in a bigger picture.
Everything's connecting. Everything's a puzzle. Everyone's part of a puzzle. Everybody's got a piece.
Exactly as you said.
How big or small it is, that piece is important. Just as big as the small bit and the big bits. Because you can't have it without complete. You need everybody to sort this out. Everybody's involved.
Correct. That's correct.
Peter, not many people are figuring out that this is they're doing their private sessions, but Ray understands that it's the bigger picture.
But the question is why they don't quite understand.
They will eventually. We'll have to show them, but but Ray's the one that figured it out so far.
I think I woke up in 1982. I woke up, got out of bed, and I said, "There's something wrong with this world, and I'm gonna find out what it is."
Okay.
You know, and I'm still looking, but I knew there was something wrong, and that was it.
we need to figure this out.
What?
This.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so finally we've got it. This thing, what I am seeing here right now, is you being in a sixth dimension. Why in the world are we seeing a fifth dimension? I mean, sixth dimension. My bad. Sorry. Even dimensions are very bad, and fourth dimension, it's not okay, but sixth is pure disaster. Oh my god, why it is as it is, Jessica? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
So you've got some sort of connection or bridge or something like that.
So Bray personally has a bridge to the sixth dimension?
Yeah.
Is that from that portal he opened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we've got it finally.
Yeah. It must be that. Yeah.
Yeah. It is as it is. Yeesh.
Was he using some kind of technology like CERN when he opened that, or some other kind of technology? What kind of was it? Another kind than CERN, like an earlier or an old device or something? Artifact?
It is artifact. Oh
yeah.
my god. That's not good.
It's years old, isn't it? Millions of years.
Yeah. But still though, it is crazy. Yeah. It is crazy.
Those artifacts were brought by. Does the artifact probably came?
They are not like that. Am I right? They are not like from our world. Am I right?
No, they were probably from something in the sixth dimension. So when you use it, you open up their space. Intentionally, it enables them to go back and forth. Right? Is that how?
You know what? It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
It's like a two-way radio. So so you're opening up the channel. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The question is, how did Ray get it? Or was it in the facility?
Don't know. It's kind of crazy. Yeesh.
So that's why, because they followed him probably over to England. Those crazy sixth dimension violent people.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Do you think that there's a war going on in there? Like some kind of weird war that we don't know about, or the sixth dimension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it like a metro place? Is that
it looks like metro place. These look like metro place. Literally like metro place. Yeah. Man, oh man, oh man.
What's metro place?
Metro, like a post-apocalyptic-ish scenario. Am I right, Jessica? This is it. Post-apocalyptic scenario. Yeah. Okay. It is as it is.
Yep.
Aye. Not good. And the situation is, oh my. So you finally got it. You sent this time-space, like chronostereotic anomaly to the whole region. I'm talking about what it is, Scandinavia.
I did send it there.
Eesh, that's crazy. This is crazy, man. This is so crazy. Isn't it, Jessica, huh? Because you said you made the calculations, you know. Yeesh, that's crazy. I mean, really crazy. I don't know. Because you was like here and there, you know, and after the whole situation, what happened, like in at the polygon, let's say, it is so crazy because in the at the polygon that was this kind of tragic accident, if we want to call it that way, but you don't buy the story. Tragic accident that they like overcharged the situation, you know.
What was it? Is something leak or someone get out?
Yeah,
or?
Yes, the people were teleported to reality. They believed that the scientists believed that it was some sort of pocket reality, and you managed to get them back after, you know, certain amount of time. What they don't believe, just by the way, I'm talking like the scientists, and he was quotes in quotes rewarded in order to just, you know, work at the place. I'm saying, like, you know, in a Project Surrogate. Man, oh man, that's nasty. That's not good. Yaish, that's not good. I'm just saying, you know.
So does that pocket reality still exist?
Once pocket reality doesn't exist anymore, it doesn't exist anymore, you know what I'm trying to say.
But is it still there now?
Oh yeah, I mean, it exists, but for another people, not for people they were trapped there intentionally, you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Just saying, you know.
Okay.
That's it as it is. You know, such a crazy crap, at least for me. Eesh. I don't know what the heck should I think about the whole stuff.
He's not in that pocket reality anymore, is he?
No.
Anyone else? Not me, right? I hope.
Yeah.
I am?
No.
Okay.
None of us are.
All right.
It is as it is.
It's all right, Peter. Thank you very much. And
Nah, we are here to help.
no, it's good.
Glad to assist. You know, as it is, you know. Like,
yeah, there's a lot to look over and there's a lot to look back on, and
yeah,
you know,
you need to just, let's say, to think through the whole stuff.
Yeah.
And to, how we can say it, to get like, we need to do this and there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not that easy.
I know. Just trying to think a bit more positive and open up a bit more doors. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Step by step, that's what it takes. So that's good.
Yeah, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're learning more and more, right? And I'm glad that you were able to talk to Peter.
Nah, no problem. No problem.
You have been watching Disclosures. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Visit www.acio-official.org and www.readingsbyarael.com to book a private session with Jessica. Feel free to support our work. All links can be found in the description. Thank you, and until next time.